morning, friends. I'm here in my home today. I'm going to give you guys a quick tutorial on our little heart project that I'm going to be dropping off. So I'm going to bring you guys down and just show you what you're going to use and how we're going to do it. Here we go. Okay, so inside your kit, there's going to be one big bag of clay. You guys, this is scented clay. It's all non-toxic. The scents that I used for this heart project is sweet orange, and I also used clove. So you guys are gonna have a big bag of clay. You're also gonna have in your kit some extra flour, red paint. This is for after the project. This is gonna be your Mod Podge to seal it. In a little bag, you're gonna have eyeballs, sequins, and a little black smile. You're also gonna have a glue. Oh, and your heart, okay? So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna open up your clay bag and you're gonna let the little kids, your students, I guess, play with the clay. So it has a very nice hand to it. It's very soft. You can smell it. You can ask them what it smells like. Does it smell sweet? Does it smell spicy? And then they can start with some simple hand building skills. Again, we do this a lot. Developmentally, it's great for kids to play with clay, but also they're utilizing their whole hand when they're doing hand building skills. They're using both hands at the same time. So have them roll it, pinch it, pat it. Ask them to make things. You could ask them, can you make a triangle? Simple shapes. It doesn't have to be a walrus or a giraffe. Can you make a snake? Ask them how they can make the snake. How did you make the snake? I rolled it up and down. So once you guys have let them play with the clay, now they're gonna dye it. This is gonna be a little bit messier, but still super easy to clean up. There is gonna be a break so that your students can go wash their hands and then come back. So with their clay, you're gonna ask them to make it into a ball and then have them make a little thumbprint in it, like a little thumbprint cookie. And then you guys are gonna open up your paint. I gave you all a red popsicle stick to scoop out. You're gonna scoop out just a little bit of paint. I like these to look marbled, but if they end up mixing them so well that they are all one color, that's fine also. But just a little bit of paint. I'm gonna put it in that thumbprint. Reach for some of that extra flour and you're gonna sprinkle that around. Now when you're giving this to your students, they're gonna have two touches. They're gonna have dry from the flour and they're gonna have wet from the paint. And you're gonna let them mix it up. You're gonna let them get messy. Ask them to get all the flour and the paint combined. How are you gonna clean up the flour at your desk? Tell them to keep playing with the clay, keep rolling it, keep pinching it, keep pulling it. If it starts feeling sticky for them, ask them to raise their hand and ask for some more dry flour. But in little to no time, they're gonna start dyeing their own clay. I like to pick clove or cinnamon when I do this because I associate that with a spicy scent. And so red to me associates it with being a spicy scent. If you smell it. My clay is not sticking to my hands, but I'm gonna show you if they ask for more flour, that's okay. You're gonna sprinkle a little bit more flour on it. Let them play with it. So they have two touches. They have dry and wet. Ask them to clean up their whole table with that clay. Get all that extra flour up. And then they'll have a really pretty pinkish clay. You can make this darker. If you put less paint, it probably would have looked a little more marbled, which I love. And at this point, you can have them keep playing with it. Or you can have them go wash their hands to move on. So have them roll it into a ball, set it up on their table, and then ask them to go wash their hands. When they go wash their hands, this is your chance to kind of wipe down their table or give them responsibility to wipe down their table. A quick little wipe. And then when they come back, you guys can have that heart just set right here in the center of their table. So their clay is in sight, their heart is in sight. They're going to come back to their table. And then you can also have the glue already on their heart, ready to go. Now my younger friends, some might touch it right away, and that's fine. Their hands will just be sticky. But then they're going to start taking their clay and they're going to start filling up that shape. So when we fill up a shape like this, we're practicing shape recognition. We're concentrating. We're deciding where we want the clay to go. If some of this clay squeezes off or the glue comes off, don't worry too much about it. Encourage them to cover the whole heart. So if I was teaching in a classroom and I saw this little section here not covered, I would say, try and press it down to get that whole heart covered, right? Just like that. Now they might have to take another break. Maybe their fingers got a little bit too gluey. That's okay. You can ask them to go wipe their hands or go rinse them. So you're gonna fill up the heart just like that. Now, in your other, in the brown paper bag that I gave you, you're gonna have all these treasures. You probably wanna open this up before, just to separate it out. But you're gonna have some sequins. Each student will get 2 eyes, and this little black thing is a mouth. So you can push the eyes and the mouth aside. We're not gonna be using that right now. What we're gonna be using are these sequins. So they can go ahead and press their sequins on. They can think where they want them, or they can try and sprinkle them and fill up their heart. These are gonna dry nice and hard. And with the Mod Podge, they're gonna be candy coated. So they'll be a really nice Valentine's Day gift to give to somebody you love, or they love, you both love. Just fill it up. I'm kind of just using the glue that's left over from when I pressed my clay on. But yeah, I'm just filling up my heart. You can put a lot or a little. They could put 3 or 2, or they can try and cover their heart like I'm doing. That's fine. I actually love doing this kind of stuff. I'm getting a little zoned out right now. I think that looks pretty good. Should I go for all the sequins? Just cover the whole thing. Make it look like a John Lennon heart. Or Elton John, I should say. John Lennon. Oops, I'll smile. Okay, so once it's covered like that, now you're gonna allow them to put the face on. So you're gonna give them some placement with some glue. So 2 little dots for the eyes. Boop, boop. And then a little line for the smile. I'll show you what that looks like. Mine might be stuck to the table. That's okay. See? So 2 little dots for the eyes and the smile. And then they're gonna take their eyes, press their eyes down. You're gonna press their smile on. And there's your little heart guy. So the last thing you're gonna want to do, and you can do this right after. If I was in your classroom, I probably would go teach and then come back and glaze them. You're gonna take your Mod Podge and any brush, and you're gonna paint the heart, and it's gonna seal it, right? And that's what we want. We want these hearts to be candy coated and to be nice and hard at the end of the week. If you end up getting some Mod Podge on the eyeballs, just take a little wipe and just clean the eyeballs off. But you're gonna seal the whole heart with your Mod Podge. And that's it. And then you'll have a little heart guy for them to give to a loved one on Valentine's Day. I hope you guys liked that tutorial. If you guys have any questions, you can email me or give me a call, and have a great week. Bye.